Oh, yeah. That's that tripod action right there. There we go. So I use the same tripod that I've always had, but I propped it up. And I altered the lighting a little bit coming in out of my window here in my office so the old forehead's not as shiny. We're ready to scope it up. So, looking at some headlines here on what's trending. I didn't want to put any particular. Don't mind me why Burt's Bees it up. Burt's Bees, yeah, there we go. Now we can see. This scope is brought to you by Burt's Bees. Not really, but I'm using Burt's Bees right now. And if Burt's Bees had a social listening team, they'd know that I was talking about them. But Bert is actually some dude that just does whatever Bert does, and there's like a whole other like company and team that like runs around him, and they use his name. And there's a documentary on Netflix. So this presidential race has started, and Mr. Trump has announced his presidency, candidacy for presidency, rather, in a very aggressive way that only Mr. Trump can do. Now, he started talking on the topic of Mexico, and just completely, in most people's opinion, especially people that are from Mexico, Mexicans, if you will, were very perturbed because he said the only thing that comes from south of our border, i.e. Mexico, are drugs and murderers and basically, you know, crime, rapists, etc. And as you can imagine, if you are from, you know, Mexico and there's somebody running for the president of the United States and that you live in, and they're just completely raking your country through the hole, that could ruffle some feathers. Well, of course, you're not going to make everybody happy, and of course, you're going to upset a lot of people, especially when you say things in a negative context. I understand Mr. Trump absolutely does not care about. Thanks so much for sharing information. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And there's people jumping in here. If you could just swipe to the right and share it with all your followers and tweet it out, I appreciate you. Little bow tie. Ding. We'll get some props going eventually here. I just got the tripod going here, so we're like, you know, we're rocking and rolling. I got the I guess that'll be the high third, not the lower third of gaping void. I am not delusional. I am an entrepreneur. But in any event, it's not just about making people upset based on what you're saying with your potential campaign efforts. Mr. Trump clearly insulted a specific demographic of people and a country. And I don't know if that's the best way to be able to gain popularity. However, he is like number one or number two on the Republican side right now. So needless to say, it's become a PR mess. Maybe that was his intention, was to do just that. Mexico wasn't happy about it. People from Mexico weren't happy about it. There's been a few open letters that have gone out. I'd love to hear your feedback. Feel free to chime in here. But most important is the fact that Univision, which is pretty much the largest Hispanic television network on the planet, all part of NBC, Universal, the whole yard, I'm pretty sure that's all one big family, has dropped the Miss America pageant now that Trump owns. So, excuse me, Miss Universe. Is that Miss Universe? Can someone correct me? Miss Universe? I don't watch either of them. Vince, well, you know, hey, we've all got our opinion. I'm going to keep mine very copacetic here. Cater to all audiences, if you will. But I definitely don't think you should. Miss Universe. Okay, Miss Universe. It is Miss. It was out here at Doral last time, Vince. Anyhow, Univision dropping that. I think, isn't Univision in Doral? The irony there. But anyway, when a major television network drops something that you have your name on or something you own and something that has such a strong heritage to it, like Miss Universe, then, again, I think that's kind of a big deal. And I don't know how that affects the polls, but I know how it affects Miss Universe not being on Univision. So I don't know what you guys think about that. Feel free to chime in. I do know Mr. Trump. I don't know that I'd call him a friend and I could go play golf with him, but I have interacted with him several times in Doral. I think he's a very nice guy. I connected with his team as well. And again, that's neither here nor there. A haircut. Listen, he cracks jokes about his own hair, so that's pretty funny. The big tough guy is really a Mr. Trump personality, if you will. He's a very energetic, smiles a lot, and kind of funny. So I appreciate all the hearts you guys rock. Bow tie. So I'm scoping. We be scoping. Episode number 2, the social media sucks. Scope. Big shout out once again to my boy Brian Fanzo and Mario Armstrong. I was chatting with Mario last night on the plane. He was on his way back from California, doing his thing out there with Ford on location, shooting some things, scoping some things, push 100-foot yachts and things. Are we? Not yet. Stay ready. Stay ready. Speaking of that, that's a big push 100-foot yachts and things your man don't play. You ever been to San Tropez? See a brother play a mandolay? Speaking of that, your boy P. Diddy, I think we talked a little bit about this yesterday, throwing kettlebells around the UCLA football practice field and whatnot. Excuse me, Mr. Combs, I understand you might be worth $900 million, but you can't throw kettlebells at our coaching staff. So I guess he got out of jail. Didn't spend much time there. All I want to know is that when he swung the kettlebell, did he look at the coach and say, take that, take that? That'd be cool. Not the kettlebell. Don't throw the kettlebell. But like if there was, I'm sure there's a meme rotating somewhere in there. Anyway, his son's like, thanks for having my back. So evidently there's 3 sides to every story, right? Diddy's side, the coach's side, and then the truth. So he definitely was considered a helicopter dad. Hey, listen, at least he was there having his kids back is how I look at it. And at least he has a helicopter. Does your dad have a helicopter? My dad doesn't have a helicopter. So I think 2 sides of the story. Number 1, being a parent, don't somebody hold me back. Kayla, the coach, gets in Kayla's grill. And when the media is a beast and we all have said things we wish we could have retracted at some point. This is true. So the media could completely have just spun things the opposite way for this Diddy coach scenario. Same thing for Mr. Trump. I mean, it's pretty obvious what Mr. Trump said. I'm not really sure the context of Mr. Trump's approach with that. Thanks for all the hearts. Thanks for everybody joining me. You guys are awesome. This is the social media sucks scope. We're doing this every day. I throw on a bow tie, which motivates me to throw on a bow tie. I've got boxers on underneath this, but I got a bow tie on. I'm totally kidding. I just came back from the luncheon. I'm actually kind of fancy. See, I'm up here, all business up here, ready to bring my soul to the dance floor and cut a rug. So anyway, both PR nightmares, I believe, on both sides. I don't think Diddy really cares. I don't think Mr. Trump really cares either, but I think this is a big deal. Univision, what's happening, Arthur? I think it's a big deal with Univision dropping Miss Universe. I don't watch Miss Universe. I'm incredibly fond of the contestants that are involved with this lovely pageant, if you will, but I'm just on the whole pageant thing. It's just, anyhow. So, P. Diddy's out of jail. The charges are likely to be dropped. Of course they will be because he paid somebody in L.A. to make sure that just goes bye-bye. And his son said, hey, Pops, thanks for having my back. And he Diddy shared the picture, family first. So, again, 3 sides to every story. The coach was being overly aggressive. Diddy picked up a kettlebell and was like, take that, take that. I'm here all week, folks. Twice on Sunday. Actually, here every day. We're scoping it up every day. I can't do that. I'm really bald. You see that? That doubles as a mirror right there. And you can like part your hair. Okay, enough of my forehead. I'm staying right here. Keep it in the frame. We got to get the bow tie reel. Big shout out to H&M for the bow tie and the shirt. Can somebody get H&M in this scope? Send them a tweet. I think it's at HM. Are you listening to me? I'm wearing your clothing and I'm telling your story. See how that works with brands? So brands should be listening. It shouldn't just be Gatorade that has the social listening centers. How many brands are you aware of out there that do really, really good listening besides airlines? I mean, they listen, but they always kind of stroke you at the same time. What brands are really doing good with social listening? In my opinion, while we're speaking of airlines, American Airlines does a great job. They definitely do. Who else have I been talking to as of recent that does a really good job? I don't know. I just feel good when a brand talks to me. How do you feel when a brand talks to you? Excited? Yes. Not everybody all at once. Hold on a second here. But in any event, today's show just wanted to dabble a little bit on yikes getting dropped by a major Hispanic television network for comments about a presidential race. A little crazy. Mario Armstrong is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I was just chatting with my brother from another mother last night about 30,000 feet up. I was on the ground. He was 30,000 feet up. But in any event, we were just rapping about Trump getting dumped by Univision for his Mexico comments. And also, I was just curious on, P. Diddy with the whole kettlebell thing. If when he took the swing with the kettlebell, he added a take that. Yeah. Yo, what's happening? Hey, swipe to the right, share this with your followers if you don't mind. I see people joining us here. Love the hearts, love the love, love the comments. Feel free to chime in. Chris Mancini, what's happening? What's cracking? Welcome to the party. This right here, this is the Social Media Sucks Scope. Episode number 2. We're just jiving. I just got the tripod rocking and rolling. I got it kind of propped up. Yesterday I was holding it. The lighting's kind of inconsistent. A lot of you were awesome. You were sending me tweets. You followed me. You connected with me. And you sent me a lot of resources. I don't have your handle right here in front of me. Thanks for the hearts. I believe it started with ABC. I know you sent me your top 10 things or top list for periscoping. It was awesome. And you sent me a PDF and you tweeted me the images today, and I'm going to create a blog post out of that. See how easy that goes? Someone shares some valuable information that they took the time to compile a list on everything that you need to make sure that your scope game doesn't get scoped, or it does get scoped. And then you can go create content from that. So I appreciate you guys reaching out to me. I'm using the content. I'm leveraging it. Use me, because I'm going to use you, all right? And we're going to leverage each other's resources and support each other. That's what the scope's all about, is being able to connect with people. I was thinking about that the rest of the day, because over the replays and the hearts and the likes and the people that were here live, and then being able to put this on my YouTube channel and let everybody know, hey, they got a new show. It's called the Social Media Sucks Scope, episode 1. Hey, check it out. I uploaded it in less than a few minutes. Tagged a few friends. My boy Mario Armstrong, I tagged him to say, what's my purpose on the scope? It's to talk about why social media sucks if you don't know what you're doing as a brand. It's also to talk about why social media doesn't always suck. Brands are doing it right. But let's get a conversation going here. I want you to throw it at me. Ask me some questions. Let's get a dialogue going. And I just talk about some popular things that seem to be showing up in my news feed, which happen to be Univision dumping Trump. And then, of course, over the past couple days, P. Diddy swinging on a football coach with a kettlebell, which is also all pretty entertaining at the end of the day. But I want to connect with new people. I think there's a lot of noise happening out there with all of these platforms. It's very difficult to connect with people, and I want to be able to do that. And Periscope really delivers the opportunity to connect with people. I did my first reel of the show yesterday, and I connected with, I'd say, probably 15 or 16 people that I did not know and I wasn't currently following, and I was able to get some resources they sent me as well. So it's great. It's a different community. It's real time. I think it gets everybody, it feeds our ADD. I know not everybody has ADD. Look, squirrel. But it feeds our ADD to be able to join a conversation and get something real time. I just kind of freestyle on a few subjects pertaining to social media, whether they suck or don't suck, for 10, 15 minutes. Yesterday we went for almost 30 minutes. It was the first one. I got a little overexcited. And in fact, I got excited today too, because I said I was going to do it at 3 o'clock. And I started to do this about 2, like 10 after 2 or something like that. So in any event, it's 2:30 right now. We've been rocking and rolling for, 10 or 15 minutes. Let's see here. Who else is out there? Where are we coming in from today? Where are we at across the country, across the globe? Chiming in. I'm coming to you from Miami. It's about 914 degrees outside there, and I've got a bow tie on. But I am indoors in the AC here to scope. I was going to scope it outside, but it'd be like the melting scope here. But anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. If you have any questions for me, my email address is srusk@socialbuzztv.com. I'll leave you with a quick quote from my good friend Jay Bear, and that is, the goal is not to be good at social media. The goal is to be good at business because of social media. Hey, I'm signing off here from my Social Media Sucks Scope studio. I appreciate you enjoying the energy. Thanks so much, Spiral Bridge. I'm signing off here in the studio. I'm going to holler at all you guys tomorrow, episode number 3. You got show ideas of social media that sucks or doesn't suck? Send me a tweet. Drop me an email, srusk@socialbuzztv.com, @SebRusk, and @SocialBuzzTV. And let's connect. Let's help each other out. Let's lift while we climb, if you will. I love coming from that school. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I got to run, but remember, bow ties never go out of style because bow ties are never in style. You turn this thing off.